be strong in this time, son. I'm a survivor. I will survive. I will survive. And I'm a firm believer. We'll forever strive just to stay alive. That simple means it. Nobody can hold me, man. Nobody can drain my energy. Nobody can hold me sick. I will not allow negativity. Nobody can hold me, man. Nobody can drain my energy. Nobody can. Nobody can. Everybody show me some strength. No weakness. Show me a man down. Strength. No weakness. Show them who we are. Strength. No weakness. Show me a man down. Everybody strength. No weakness. Show them who we are. Like when you roll. Your enemies, they must tremble. Your enemies, they must tremble. Yo, like when you roll. Everything has to humble. Everything has to humble. I'm a go-getter.
Are you fed up of your mask or your foggy face shield? Introducing the Fashion Shield from CallAllProNow.com. Keep your hairdo intact, your makeup flawless, and be fully protected. Get the Fashion Shield now. Call 516-387-4246 or visit CallAllProNow.com.
You gotta be strong in this time, son. I'm a survivor.
Hey! Ride along, welcome to the ride. Welcome to Wednesday. And let me say first and foremost, guys, this is Wednesday, right? Wednesday is hump day. Yeah, hump day. Hump day. So on Wednesday, as you guys know, we have the Battle of the Sexes, and we also have Women's Summit and Men's Summit. I say this at the top as a disclaimer. Language on this program may not be suitable for children. So on Wednesday, tell the kids and them to go do your homework. Go and do your homework. Go to the back of the class. Go do your homework. Study your homework. Because language on this program is not suited for children. With that being said, how are you guys doing? Welcome to Ride Along for today, Wednesday. Let me see who's first on the scene. Andrea. How you doing, Andrea? Welcome. All right, guys, as you come in, go ahead and share the thing and say, I share. Let me do it as well over on my end. I'm going to share it and say, I share it over here. Guys, we have some interesting conversation for you today, you know. Yeah, we have some interesting conversation for you today. I promise. While I'm sharing, you guys could share it as well, right? Today on the program, we have two of your favorite guests. One, Jab King. I don't know. Somebody hear me, Jab King. A lot of say Jab King. Jab Moses. Jab King, sorry. Jab Moses. And another Jab. Blazer sharpened than a razor. He's here with us. Watch. Real thing. Real thing. Hold on, I'm bringing them on just now. Let me just start a watch party over on my end. Booyah. Being done. One more watch party, guys. And then I'm bringing in them boys and them. You see them? You see them? You see them, men and them? You see them?
Good afternoon, world. Good afternoon. Junior, what were you doing?
Yes. Well, they don't say nothing yet. They don't share enough yet. They're not even ready to hear all the voice yet. I'm just showing them all. You see them? Them so ready for all, yeah. Yeah. So on Wednesday, guys, on this men's summit, this is where men talk about things that men talk about, right? Before we used to do it in private and women don't know what we're talking about, but now, because of men's summit and because of women's summit, we get to talk about it in the open, so all you gonna understand. Boy, Lord of mercy. I see trouble already. Lydia, how you doing? Big up yourself. Who else we have? We have Glenda. Big up yourself, Glenda. I see Kerry Latouche. Big up yourself. I see Deborah. Big up yourself. I see. Hey, Mavis, how you doing? Big up yourself. I see everybody. Guys, 1 minute roll call today. 1 minute roll call today because 1 minute roll call because we have a lot to talk about. We have a whole lot to talk about. So everybody say I share, put up your flag, let me know where you're from. Everybody say I share, put up your flag, let me know where you're from. 1 minute roll call. Well, now it's not even that 1 minute, it's 50 seconds roll call now. Let me know where you're from. Roll call, roll call, roll call. Rena Noel, big up yourself. Faith Works, big up yourself. Remember, guys, send the kids and them to do the homework, please. Sugar Babe, big up yourself. Put up your flag, put up your flag. Everybody put up your flag real quick. Put up your flag, put up your flag. Share the live. Lois JJ, big up yourself. Rena, big up yourself. Big up yourself. With the flag, with the flag, with the flag. Yeah, okay, Grenada, and we have someone from Canada. Big up yourself, Canada. Canada in the house. Thank you so much for watching, Canada.
Nobody can hold me, man. Nobody can change.
Big up, hey. Grenada with the Trinis, with the Trinis, with the Trinis. Alistair Douglas, how you doing? Big up yourself. We have the folks in London. Big up yourself. Yes. All right, guys. I tell you, we continue the roll call short today because we have to bring in our guests and we have a lot to talk about. Guys, let's welcome again the two generals for today. First of all, he's no stranger to the ride, and he's no stranger to controversy either. He knows all other than very well. Blazer Shotton down the how you doing, my brother?
Well, Junior Josh, I'm doing good. I'm very good. You know, I'm kind of tired. You know, coming up on the bus, Junior called me, say, Blazer, you want to be a part of the show? I say, yeah, why not? I say, I'm 25 minutes away from home. You know what I mean? And I just jumping on the ride. You know what I mean?
Yes.
How are you doing? Big up all the whole self-followers, Junior. Say, I'm no stranger to the ride. I'm very controversial. You know, Junior, one time we did something like this, right? And one of my exes got offended, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, Lord. Hey, so, don't offend nobody today, Blazer. Don't offend nobody today.
Well, I mean, I hope she don't get offended again because, you know what I mean? I mean, she should understand how human being works. You know what I mean? And it's just a ride.
It's just a ride. It's just a ride.
Yeah, it's just a ride, exactly.
And also, the man himself, Jab Moses.
Yeah, good night.
He played Jab even when Jab was in season. He played Jab all the time. Jab Moses, welcome to the ride. How are you doing, sir?
Welcome. Thank you, man. Everything blessed, you know, giving thanks for life, you know. Just gave out. But blessings to everybody on the live, same how. Big up to Blazer. Thanks for having me on, Junior. I hope this conversation we're going to have tonight could shed some light to a lot of different things, you know.
Well, that's what we plan to do. That's what we always try to do, right? We try to open up people's eye as to what men talk about and the things that men are concerned about. And it's a learning process. Women get to understand us a little bit more, right? So let's dive right in, guys. Let's dive right in. The first question I want to ask, I want to talk about, and of course we're going to talk about this guy as well. I don't know if you guys know about him. His name is Derek Jackson, but we could talk about him later and his whole situation, because depending on if you're a man or a woman, you look at this story differently, right? But we could talk about his whole situation. But something came through my wire, right? And I said, let me ask you guys, because a particular woman asked me that question. Now, if you are in a relationship, as we are in, and you get to the point in time in life that you decide to propose to that woman, right? Propose to her, you get on your knees and pop the big question. And at that point in time, she say no. Is the relationship finished? Moses, let me go to you first.
With me, to be honest, if you pop the question and she said no, I don't necessarily think it's finished. You know, some people would say that it's finished because you move the relationship to a next step, but there are other variable things that possibly could hinder her from making that move. You know, what if she herself don't think that it's the right time, or both of you are in the right space? You know, a man could feel that he wants to pop the question, but it's different. Both of you have to be on the same level. So I don't necessarily think that the relationship is done unless the man himself feel, well, he can go forward with it. But I don't think it's done. I think it's just perspectives. They just have to think about it. They have to talk about it. They have to have communication. He have to find out exactly why she said no.
Mm-hmm.
It's a big rejection, and sometimes we as men can't take rejection, and something like that, that's like embarrassing, you know.
That's a hard pill to swallow. There's a hard pill to swallow. Blazer, the man part the question. Because you know, it's hard for me to do it, you know. It's hard for me to do it already, you know. We have to get on our knees. Sometimes we get photographers, we get family and friends, and you have a whole experience, Jed. You get on your knees, listen now. Would you marry me? And you're real nice something, you buy the ring, you spend money, and she say, no.
No. Well, Junior, as Jav Moses said, that right there, like if you hire all the photographers, you have your family around, especially like if you do it on a big, like you try to surprise her on a dinner table.
Yes.
And she says no, then deep down inside I won't feel hurt. But I don't think that the relationship should end. Junior, one time, this is a real life situation, what happened to me, right? I was with this girl from Canada, right? And she asked me to marry her. And I told her, well, give me some days, you know, let me think about it. And I told her I wasn't ready. And she said, well, I can't be with a man that I can't marry. And she ended it. So, you know, she ended it. She told me that she can't be with a man that she want to get married, that she want to get married to. And if she can't get it, then she can't be with the man. So, you know, she left me.
But listen, this is hard for me because I have a different perspective to all you. Right there. Perspective. Where the hell the relationship going after that? Like if this is the pinnacle of where we need to go, and I want to be in that space, I want to commit, I want to do all those things. I physically, mentally, emotionally put myself in that area, and then the woman say no. Where the relationship going from there? There's no other place for the relationship to go.
Well, Junior, as you said, right? Let me go. As you said, Junior, so sometimes you're mentally ready, emotionally ready, physically ready. Maybe, you know, you're just ready to take that next step. But then, on the other hand, she may not be mentally prepared. You know what I mean? Like, she just can't. She's not ready. She's not on the level that you're on. So, to be honest, as you say, I don't know where would the relationship go. As I said, probably she may need some time to think, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Moses, go ahead. You were saying something.
Yeah, well, how I look at it, to be honest with you, it depends on the individuals. At the end of the day, something like that could really tear apart a man's whole ego. You know, he could be embarrassed so much that he just feel like, you know, he doesn't want to go through something like that ever again.
Right.
You know, then again, a woman could be confused. She don't actually know what she want in life. You know, not everybody knows that at that particular moment that they want to get married. You know, some women wait for that all their life, but not everybody is the same. So there's a possibility that that woman is just not in the right frame of mind to accept. You know, sometimes she and this guy going down good, Junior. And they go down for years. They are in a committed relationship. Both of them building on each other, probably one studying or one working, and she have a concept in her mind that she just seen this guy. But if he didn't have the conversation with her, right, to let her know, well, this is what is happening. I'm interested in you. I want to get married. And out of the blues, he just go and propose. That could shock a woman. She probably is not even prepared for that, you know. And secondly, next thing, she have a next sweet man. Is not he really want to marry. You understand? So
hey, I guess you have to comment to a lot of things, right? Because personally, and that is from my perspective. If I went down on my knees and I say, babes, chalala, because you know I assess the situation and thing, and I realize, well, I am financially, emotionally, and other thing. I'm ready to be a part, to go to the next level. And she said, no, I cannot continue. I cannot see us continuing the relationship unless you could give me a real good reason why you don't want to move to the next level. Because listen, men and women are on two different levels, right? I believe. And women, feel free to chime in if all you think are wrong. Men and women are on two different levels, right? Women are from an emotional space, So women want and you know that biological stage, right? So the biological clock is ticking, and they want to get married at a particular time because of the biological clock. Men is more on a financial clock. So when we reach that financial stage, you know what I mean? We if a woman get to that point and we don't have the finances, we don't want to get married. But when a man reach to that point and you propose and you get on your knees and to get that embarrassment, I don't think that the relationship could go any further. For me, I'm done. And that's just me. That's just me. I don't see us going anywhere else. That's just me. Correct me if I'm wrong, ladies. Feel free to comment. 718-715-720. Go ahead, John Moses.
Junior, you're allowed to your opinion.
Yes.
Everybody have a different perspective as towards how they would react to that given situation. But you have to understand, at the same time, everybody's different, and not everybody waits for financial security in order to get married. There are a lot of young people who don't have anything, but
Yeah.
because marriage back then was families coming together, and they see that, you know, these two people really love each other, and they think that the best thing going forward is for the families come together and make sure that these people are not just fondling around, but they do the right thing, get married and build a life together, you know. So the situation could be like that. But I mean, in the new age right now, in the 21st century, men are looking to get financially secured in order to pursue a woman for a family and for marriage, you know. But it hasn't always been that is the case, you know. It's different situations. It's kind of messy. You just have to know exactly who is what and how they, you know, how they ride in the whole carousel.
I hear that. I hear that. Blazer, you were saying something?
No, well, I was. I mean, I am with Job Moses. I mean, as you say, some of us we wait for that financial time in our life where, you know, we think that, all right, I could maintain my wife, I could maintain our home, you know what I mean, we could, you know, we could have kids and I could maintain all of that, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But as you also said, that ladies has a different ticking bomb, like, you know, they have a different clock to us, you know. Sometimes they have nothing and they would want to get married, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
you know, but we know we want to make sure that we could handle the home and have everything straight, you know, on a level that, you know, we don't want the kids coming after marriage, like the kids through wedlock. We don't want them seeing any type of struggles that we may went through as children, you know what I mean.
That is a point right there.
Yeah.
Rachel is saying if she's saying no, there is something lacking in the relationship. If you don't know what it is, you guys are clearly not communicating.
Yeah. Remember, I just brought up that point, Junior.
Yeah.
Right? She said no to that given person at that time because they didn't have that conversation. If they didn't have that conversation for her to know his motive in the relationship and what he intends, you know, not everybody goes in a relationship to actually get married. Not everybody thinks about that. Some people just want to be in a relationship. You understand? Some people are lonely and they just want a partner. They want somebody to, you know, go ahead in life with, but they don't necessarily have to get married. But the man is responsible from the get-go to tell this woman. I mean, you go feel her out, Junior. You know, over a period of time, even if it's months or even if it's years, you're gonna know certain attributes and certain characteristics of that woman that you see that is wife material. That is somebody I see my future in, right? Is you feeling out these things, you have to relate that to her. You have to communicate that to her and tell her, well, babes, I love this about you. I really see a future with you, where you see yourself in the next 5 years, you know. You have to communicate that, you know, and is with those conversations, she would know. Because women love the fluttery stuff. A woman want to have her nails done. She want to be well decked off, you know, when that proposal comes. She don't want to be catch lacking. You understand where I'm coming from? And some women, a lot of women, remember, they grew up seeing that fairy tale lifestyle, that Disney lifestyle. They want to be married and happily married forever. You know, most of the times it leads to divorce and a whole pile of other things. But I'm just saying that women see the marriage for the ceremony.
Yeah.
You know, that grand ceremony, that glam. because that is what they always dream about, that princess moment in your life, that a man take your hand in marriage and the whole family is loving that ceremony and them coming together. So it's a big thing for them. But some men would go and get married in a flip-flops because that is my wife, and I would prefer to invest my money, let me build a house or buy something instead of going and spend $50,000 on a wedding. Everybody different. You know?
You bring me to a new point right there, guys. This is Ride Along Live Men Summit. All right, and again, we open up the phone lines. Women, you could call anytime. We open up the phone lines for all you. If we're saying something that all you know, all you don't know, give us a call and let's talk about it. The number, if you could pin it, 718-701-5720. You
Junior,
mentioned.
I wanna attack the second part of the question. The person asked about the lacking part. I mean, if a man lacking to a woman, I believe that a woman should say, because that's your man, that's the person you're staying with. You know, you're all in a relationship, you're all living together for many years. If the man lacking somewhere, I believe that a woman should stand up and say, listen to me. Such is the case, you're lacking in that. He may be lacking in sex, he may be lacking in showing love or even expressing himself. Or as Moses said, like, women like compliments as well. You know what I mean? Like, you know, they do their nails, they do their makeup. They just want you to tell them that, baby, you look beautiful. Even if they don't look beautiful, Junior. Even if you don't like the color they put on, they just want to hear you. You just have to.
You have to lie.
Exactly.
They like you to lie.
Exactly. And one of the problems my girlfriends have with me, I doesn't like for them, right? Like when it comes to if I find I like to see her in makeup, I say I like that makeup. If I don't like the makeup, I don't like the makeup straight. So then one time, well, somebody earlier on the comment said, why I don't stop letting them people girl children, but I am speaking of from experience because as a young man, you know what I mean, and I'm still young, I've been in a lot of relationships where I lived with women. And one time, you know, one of my girlfriends, right, she went and she did she nails. She favorite color is blue, but she know my favorite color is red, right? So she went, she did she nails, she put it in red. She usually put blue in her hair, but she put red. And Junior, the woman come and I didn't tell her nothing. You know the woman vexed with me because I didn't compliment her. I said, but baby, listen, I said, baby, I recognize that you did all of that, you know, but I just didn't tell you about, you know. So, but right now, I've built on complimenting, you know, a lady when, you know, my lady, when I see she do something extraordinary, like out of her way, you know, I've learned how to compliment. You know, even if they just wake up in the morning, Junior Josh, and I smell the morning breath, and I say, "Oh God, girl, that breath smell good." You know what I mean?
like they would come and they say, look in that jeans. Look fat in that jeans. And you know the jeans. But if you say you look fat in that jeans, oh Lord, exactly. You say you can't say that.
Exactly.
Fat? Nah, man. Exactly.
You know, at the same time, just responding to Blazer. We both know Blazer ain't get nothing after that whole situation there. He ain't paying no attention. Favorite color,
I tell you, no, the woman.
You don't even notice it.
Moses, the woman. No, I noticed it, but I just didn't compliment her. You know, and she wait, and then she brought it up. You know, she did tell me. She said, okay, so I went and I do my nails, I paint it in red. You know, I do me here, I put the piece of red in it, and you don't even compliment me. I said, babes, oh God. I said, babes, I noticed it, but I just didn't compliment you. She said, oh God, well, you should have compliment me. You know what I mean?
You know
what I mean? You make me. Yeah, she tell me. She said, you make me feel like if I'm gonna waste my time and try to, you know, dolls up for you. I'm like, I
mean, she put out her effort, you know.
Yeah, man. I tell you, watch me, Moses. My favorite color, no Moses. My favorite color, telling you, red. The woman nice, and the woman did look sweet in truth, you know. But I just didn't tell the woman she looked sweet, you know. Why she didn't just beat me? Just give me a plan.
but I'll say one thing, Junior. Like with the whole lying thing. To be honest with you, I feel we as men sometimes we lie and we forget the lies that we tell. Sometimes it's better to be straight up, right, and tell them the truth. Whether it hurt them, you understand? But tell them the truth and tell them your preferences so you don't have no discrepancies at the end of the day and nobody won't follow because you said something that wasn't true. Sometimes when you start lying, you have to continue lying. And the lies upon lies that just bring drama in the relationship. You see, you know, women are different. Not every woman gonna have all the attributes that you may look for. You understand where I'm coming from, and it don't necessarily mean that you have to compliment only their outer appearance, like their nails and their hair. Yes, it's true. When a woman put out effort to look good, obviously you should compliment them. You understand where I'm coming from? The time that it takes to beat your face and to get your hair done and your nails done. That is hours, sometimes a whole day a woman taking just to get herself well done. So sometimes you have to compliment them on putting out an effort because it's for you, you know. It's for
but
us as the men.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question, and I want a woman to answer here. If your woman come home with she do up her hair or she do her makeup, right? But you looking at it, you personally don't like how it look, right? But you know she spend a lot of time doing it. But you don't like it. Why you go tell her? She spend a lot of time. Keep that in mind.
Sometimes in that situation,
right?
Honestly, Junior, it's better to give a little white lie with that. right. No. Don't get me wrong. I'm saying we shouldn't be lying to them. But in certain situations, if you know for sure that something like that gonna hurt your woman's feelings, why do that? I mean, yes, the truth does hurt, but you don't really want to hurt your sweetheart like that. When it comes to the looks, you see, when it comes to the looks, Junior, women are very particular.
Yes,
true. They take these things to heart. You understand where you're coming from? They take that one to heart. So how you go and tell your woman, oh, she spent all this money on hair and makeup and nails. That don't looking good now, girl. I don't like that. Go and take that out.
Listen, Moses, you could tell her the truth, but in a smart way. You don't must tell her the truth, like how you like rough girl. Go and take that out. I don't like that. And blah, blah, blah. You could say, girl, I don't look good now. And you touch it, you say, I don't like that eyelash, girl. Oh God, girl, that thing make you look ugly, girl. You know what I mean? Do you know what I mean?
You know, you could scream no at the top of your lungs, and you could also whisper no, and it mean the same thing. You could laugh it, or you could say
true, but then you could take it in a different, different tone brings different feeling.
You're right.
You know what I mean?
The tone of how you say it means a lot.
Yeah.
Yes, true.
But it doesn't take away the fact that if it's something that they deem as negative and as hurtful, it's gonna hurt them.
Yeah.
I know women would go and cry about their looks if you compliment something like that, so sensitive. Because remember, a lot of women have their own insecurities as well too, you know.
True.
She might say, oh God, well, you know, I had a little blemish on my face, or my bamba means so wrong as I want it to be.
Yeah.
You understand? And you're kind of insecure about that. You can't feed into that insecurity. You understand? Because physical looks is not everything. At the end of the day, all of us as men, we're going to grow old and we won't have this hunk of chest that we have now and muscles. Sometimes the thing won't even stand up anymore. It's the same woman that I love you, so it can't.
Yeah, exactly.
But the truth about it is, sometimes, in many instances, because sometimes when you cook something, it don't taste.
Oh, Junior, you talk about cook the Junior. Oh God, Junior, no, you talk about cook the Junior. He just send me back to one of my exes again, you know, Junior.
I like you rare ex, you know. You have ex.
No, but Junior, yeah, but
it'll be no Junior, X.
Yeah, X, W, X. But you don't know. Junior, one time, and I did tell her about it, right? She used to cook. When she cook rice, she don't fully cooking it. So when I bite it, it clicks.
Oh Lord.
Clicks. So I say, babes, yeah, the rice cooked, but it's too hard for me. So just cook it a little bit softer, please. And she did it. After that, rice nice and soft, Junior. Oh God.
Yeah, but communication is the thing we have to talk.
Communication, yeah.
Babes, you see that rice that you cook there? I like it, you know. But I think if you don't make it a little bit, cook it a little bit longer, it will taste better.
Yeah. Yeah, man, I tell you.
It's better than say, that is nasty and hard.
Nah, just make up your mind, because as I saw Aliyah commenting, she said hurt her with the truth. It's better to hurt them with the truth sometimes, but sometimes you could give them like a white lie, not a full lie. You could lie for them a little bit. You know what I mean? Like maybe this close. I don't know. You could see that. Yeah. Junior, that's too big, Junior.
let me tell you, women. This is Men's Summit, and we're talking about the things that women don't know that men talk about. Now, women, sometimes when you ask us questions, we know that it's a problem if we answer that question truthfully. Like, for instance,
Exactly.
If you say, babes, am I looking fat in those jeans?
Yeah.
Now, if we say, yes, you're looking fat, it go damage your self-esteem, you go get very upset, and you go have a unpleasant day. So although we know you're getting a little bit fat in the jeans, right? You looking, you gain a little weight. We may not tell you that in that way. And the reason why you're asking us is because you know for yourself,
Exactly.
that you gain weight, baby. You asking us to put us in the position to answer, so put us in trouble. To put us in the
Junior, you know how I just answer those questions, Junior? I say, well, why you asking me what you know already? You're asking me a question that you already know, babes.
I just said, look in the mirror. Like, look.
I said, babes, yeah, you look fat, but babes, you look good also. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The fat fits you. You have to watch her like that. You have to watch her and she answer, baby, the fat fits you.
That's a good one.
Exactly, yes.
Just soften it up. Yeah, it's a little bit, but it fits you. You look nice and you look sexy. Yeah.
I love my girl's thickness, Junior.
What thickness is it?
And Junior, that's why I trying to stay skinny so I could fit in them thick cracks. You know what I mean? Nice thick spaces. I love that.
I want to jump back on something that Moses said earlier, right?
Yeah.
Moses was talking about when a woman get married, she talk about the play and the glare and all of these different things, right? And all those things. Moses, why do a man get married? Why do men get married?
Well, a lot of the times, this is just my perspective, but I see it as a lot of men get married when they come to the realization that life is short, When you find somebody good, like in the Bible say, when you find a wife, God bless that. True. So when you find somebody who's compatible with you and somebody who you could see your life with, somebody who complements your life and makes you live in a better time, then, as a man, it's your responsibility, especially when you get introduced to the family, friends, and everything like that, to make the next step. Because you don't want a woman to just be, you don't want to string along a woman as well, too. And most of the times, having a relationship with a woman, you would discuss those things. So I feel it's just timing, is a momentum, Yeah, all those things come to play in it. But I feel is more timing when a man actually know. It's a feeling you just get when you know this is the right time to do it.
Yeah. Right. Blazer, I want you to touch on that, right? But I also want you to touch on a little bit Aliyah, what Aliyah is saying. She said, what's the difference between thick and fat? But if you could touch on the one.
I know what is the difference between thick and fat. I know because I love my girl thick and I still love them fat. But I know the difference. So yeah, let me just touch on why do men get married. All right, Junior. Men would get married because, all right, you meet that woman and they say not everybody's perfect.
Right.
But to you meet that perfect woman. Junior, twice in my lifetime I met two perfect women, Two perfect women.
At the same
time? Not the same time, at different times.
A little bit after each other?
Yeah, well, one before and one maybe one after. Yeah.
Got you.
And Junior, that first perfect woman, Junior, that woman, she was so like, she was so like me. Like, if I like that, she liked that too. Like, I would do something crazy, she wanted to do the crazy thing too. And like, that just make me get so, for the girl, boy. Oh, Lord.
So why didn't you marry she?
Because what happens is I cheat on her, Junior.
Why? And why you cheating on her? And all these things.
Well, I cheated on her because, we had no problem, Junior, right? We had no problem. The sex was great. you know, like Junior, we would sex anyway, everywhere. Like he was just a kind of wild person like me, boy. She saw, oh God, boy, I could see her right now.
Junior,
Anyways, you know.
don't forget, Blazer is a job too, you know.
Moses, you know that, you know, he had a job like you, Moses, and there's a job like me. You know what I mean? Yeah. Moses is the.
To add with that, Junior, stability, right? A man needs stability in his life, and a lot of the time,
All of that.
you know, when you get a good wife or a good partner, you become stable. You put your priorities and your goals at the forefront, and you want somebody else who's teaming up to accomplish certain things. Like even for a family, it creates
Yes,
a very
true.
stable environment to have kids and to grow them up in wedlock.
Exactly.
You don't want no bastard child out here, but it's prevalent. It's all over right now. But
Yeah.
it's a nice feeling for a child to grow up with mommy and daddy in the house and having that support system. It's very important. And I feel like when a man sees that in a woman, you know, that wife material, he'd make that decision and just the flick of your wrist, you know.
Yeah, but here's the question that we're pushing over to Blazer, because it kind of transition us into the Derek Jackson situation here. That's his wife there. That's Derek Jackson, and he's a relationship he's like a relationship coach. He talk about that how relationship should be, and he give people advice and all of this and this things. And he, as far as he said, that he loved his wife, right? He loved his wife unconditionally, but yet he cheated on his wife. So the question will come back to you, Blazer. You find this perfect person, right? And we as men, we find this perfect woman, and she does everything. She's crazy like us, or she's different to us, and she keeps us on all of these things.
Yeah.
But then you cheated on her. So why? So what did she not do?
All right, Junior. So Junior, that is where the thick and the fat comes in now. That is where I would differentiate the thick from the fat.
Right. That's
so. At the point in time, my girlfriend was thick.
Right.
But the girl I cheated with, she was fat. You know? She had more bottom, Junior. And she was kind of taller too. I love tall women. I don't know, for some reason I love tall women. You know, I like to see tall women. They're just nice. I just like when I could hug them and I feel them, you know what I mean?
Like and she tall?
Yeah, man. I'm telling you, the girl maybe was about 4 inches taller than me, and I love that. And you know, and she had a nice round bottom, and you know, she have nice size.
So besides she bottom and she size, that's all that she had that the other woman didn't have, right?
But you know the thing, the fat too. The how they call it. Watch me, the real fat to Junior. So you know what I mean? Everything just went in, you know, even though my girlfriend was thick. Right. But the girl I cheated on was fat.
If you had to make a perfect woman, right, and you had those two as samples, and you had to take some from this one and that one to make one woman, tell me what you go take and how you go make up that perfect woman from the two that you had there.
All right, so Junior, here how we go evolve fat and thick.
Right.
Fat and thick equals slim thick.
Slim thick.
Yeah. So you get the thick one into the fat one. So then the thick one now becomes the slim one, and the fat one becomes the thick one. So you get slim thick. You know what I mean? You catch it? No, I'm talking about.
I don't catch it.
You sleep out of your hands. I just made that up. I just made that up for the top of my head.
Just to add to that, a lot of the times, you see, in our adolescent years, the teenage years, and a lot of the times, the people that we look up to, the people that we have in our circle, like I could remember from my own personal experience growing up, my friends were a little bit older than me. They had more experience in life than me, and there was players. You understand? There was shatters. dappers. They had 3 and 4 women, and that was the life. That was it. It was, you know, they glorified it in a certain way. We didn't, like, I didn't grow up with a lot of positive male, you know, in my life. So many times you tend to gravitate to what you're seeing around you in your circle and mimic it. You know, that's how you learn. The people
Right.
around you doing that, so you choose to do that. It's like peer pressure. But that is lack of education. And when you don't know better, you tend to do that. But really and truly, sometimes when you stick your thing in here, there, and everywhere, you sometimes end up with a lot of demons that you're dealing with. And
True.
that is something that we as men a lot of times don't talk about. You know, there are a lot of men dealing with demons like sex demons. It might sound kind of far-fetched, but honestly, you have a lot of people dealing with underlying issues and things, right?
Mm-hmm.
That they don't even comprehend or understand. So sometimes now a man go just see a next woman and he have you woman, he love you woman, or he claim to love you woman and just jump and go. Really and truly, that is not love, right? I think that is just an opportunistic way of us as men. That is how we does rule. Remember, this thing come down from thousands of years. The man was not just put on the earth to work hard and dead. He was put on the earth to be fruitful and multiply. So some men feel like anything that run in front of me and it look good, I want to throw it down. And we have that kind of mentality in the Caribbean.
True.
And we have that kind of mentality in Grenada as well, because we didn't have that proper, you know, male figure to show us that, hey, one woman, build and create a life with that woman, settle down and look for this, look for that. Instead, we go on the block, we smoke some weed, we drink some rum, and we talk about Sherian and this one and that one and who had the best, you know? And no, we just put ourselves in a cycle instead of looking for something stable. And then you end up now, like Blazer, 2 woman, perfect woman in his life. He just let them go. I'm sure you regretted it now. You regret that.
Well,
you must regret it.
Moses, to be honest, I mean, I don't regret. You know, I don't regret it at all, because if it was meant to be, then it would have been. So I doesn't really regret stuff, because what I'm saying is, God says 7 times rise and 7 times falls. So 7 times rise and 7 times falls could be in so many different situations. You know, sometimes you could be in 7 relationships and be out of a relationship for 7 times, but until you reach that time. So I don't really regret nothing. You know what I mean?
But at the same time, we as men have to also acknowledge that we could be the toxic partner.
Yes.
Not always
that is true. That is true.
Them women and them, they really and truly love you. They care about you. But you're hurting them, your ways, and you just can't come out of your jab behavior. You want to joke on everything you see. A woman will stay in that.
Almost the jab was made to eat saltfish, you know. But I'm putting all jokes aside, Moses. I mean, you're giving a lot of good points here. As men, we just really play the ass sometimes. Like, you know, sometimes we know that we have a very good woman in our life, and we just seems to mess it up, you know. And a lot of men, they doesn't like to take, like, they doesn't want to, like, how should I say? They don't want to, like, take right, like, accept that they're wrong, you know, like, know that, babes, you know, I did it. Because right now, I just said to my life, like, if I end up cheating on my girl and she find out, I tell her straight up, it is what it is. You know what I mean? I mean, you know, even if, you know, it's not in my mentality to cheat, but it is what it is. Like,
it is what it is.
Come on, like, yeah. I mean, we reach a time in life where
a better excuse that you could use than it is what it is, because there is a real life issue that just happened, and I was speaking about it earlier. I want to play it back, but we gotta take a quick break and come back. And when we come back, I want to play this video, guys. And women, I want all you to chime in. We're taking a 30 seconds break. When we come back, we're going to listen to this video right here. And I want to dissect it. I want to put it into perspective, and I want to hear your point of view on it. This guy cheated on his wife, And his excuse, wow. Wait until you hear what how he came good with this live. We'll be right back, right along live.
Let's face it, this is not normal times, but life, it must go on. And with all these continued restrictions on get-togethers, you need a streaming company like RIdealong Media Group LLC, one that can stream to all your family members to the comfort of their own homes, both privately or publicly, you decide. One who understands your privacy, one who simply cares. So for that wedding, funeral, public or private event, choose the professional production company with the experience and quality guaranteed. Family can travel? Inquire about our seamless remote participant option. Thinking of streaming your virtual event? We handle it all, from multi-camera video production to streaming, post-production, editing, and more via Zoom, YouTube, Facebook, or any platform required. Call us and speak to our experienced professional team. 212-809-4324. That's 212-809-4324. RIdealong Media Group LLC. We're here when you need us.
We're back. And I know you guys don't like commercial break. Why people hate commercial break, but commercial break pays the bills. Trust me, it does. If we do a commercial break, I won't be able to put gas in the car. And I mean, we don't have a car. Because every time commercial break, everybody is shh, they're gone. But I hope I'll come back for this one because this is an interesting discussion. I want us to take a look at this particular story right here. His name is Derek Jackson, all right? He is what they call a relationship coach. They say online relationship coach, right? He teaches people, or at least he tries to teach people how to live a constructive, healthy relationship. Only to find out the brother himself wasn't really living that constructive, healthy relationship. That's his wife sitting right next to him. The story breaks that Derek Jackson cheated on his wife with possibly not one, possibly not two, but several women. Let's take a look how he broke the news and what transpired. Take a look at this video, guys.
Lovely wife, Danae, and we just wanted to address a couple of things. You know, we understand that some of you may have already heard, maybe not.
Okay, let me play it a different way. Let me take it this way.
What's going on, guys? Derek Jackson here, and today I am joined by my lovely wife, Danae, and we just wanted to address a couple of things. You know, we understand that some of you may have already heard, maybe not, that this chapter of our marriage is one that was preceded by a marriage that I completely failed. And I would say it just started around August, maybe September of last year. But, you know, a lot has been said already about what was the cause and all that other stuff. Some of it is true. Some of it is completely false. But the truth is, and I'm saying it here now, is that Derek Jackson was involved with other women outside the marriage. And by involved, I want to be clear. I'm not talking about just casually kicking it, maybe a lunch or something like that. I'm talking about as serious as sex, to sexual flirtation and meeting up and that kind of thing. And some things that otherwise may be considered okay by some in terms of like just chatting or checking on people or being checked on by people that I've had a previous encounter with. But without my wife's knowledge of it and with us having a sexual history, all of it falls under the umbrella of inappropriate, cheating, affair, stepping out, definitely not in alignment with the vows that I took, and definitely not in alignment with the biblical standard of what it means to be faithful, which is the standard that I'm going by now. Now, I'm saying this publicly, not because I'm, married to you guys. First and foremost, I'm accountable to God. Then I have to be accountable to my wife, in which we've already had this conversation. I've already told her literally everything. I've given her basically a roll call list. If I've said hello to a woman in the last 12 years of me knowing her, she knows about it. But now that it's been made so public, it's important that I first off let you guys know I do not stand by those actions. I don't want to encourage anybody to do that. And then secondly, I know that I cannot build a platform preaching certain things, preaching against certain things, and then in my real life live contrary to that for any amount of time or any length of time to any extent and think that I can't be held accountable. The same way that I preach, men and women in this situation need to face consequences of their actions, deserve to be held accountable. Guess what? Derek Jackson's no exemption. He's not exempt from that. I'm also not a victim. Nobody made me do this. She didn't make me or push me to do it. The next person didn't make me. No friend influenced me. It don't matter how I was raised and what trauma, whatever. Look, I made decisions. I made a series of decisions that I got to account for. There's no excuse or justification. I've already made that bed and have had to lie in it. And now we're finally getting on to the other side personally in our own healing, in our own marital oneness. And now this is being made public to you guys. So we're bringing that forth to you guys to let you know where we're at with that. But did you want to say anything?
Yes, so I do want to just add that I agree with what he just said. There is no justification for bringing other women into our marriage on any level. And it was unacceptable, and it's not something that I tolerate or that we tolerate moving forward.
Okay, so let's break this thing down there. Jabos, I'll go to you first, right?
Yeah.
He cheated on his wife. He came clean to her. He told her everything. He explained to her how the whole thing go down, and he came good. He came good with God, as he said, and he came good to his wife. In the eyes of his wife and God and whatever he represents, because I really didn't really know him too well. I didn't really follow him too much at all. Did he really cheat?
Of course he cheated. He cheated, and to me, honestly, Junior, Derek Jackson remind me of seasoned politicians, you know, and those pastors, those preachers who are just taking money from people and preaching the word of God, but not really living by what they are preaching. You know, he's fake, and it's disgusting to see what he put his wife through. And it's even worse, the fact that he has a social media platform preaching these things.
Yeah, but why did people hold him to that regard? Why did people hold him to the God or this godly person? They hold him like he's like on a pedestal.
Yeah, but remember, Junior, at the same time, there are so many millions of people all around the world who are going through relationship trauma, who are trying to get into relationship. And this guy here is providing a platform to teach not only men, but women as well, how to go about and how to analyze the situation in a relationship and what to stand for and what not to stand for. So people actually got so into this preaching and into what he's been telling people over the years that he becomes like a god, sort of like to them, right?
Well, that's in lies the problem, Moses. That in lies the problem. They put this guy. I think that the internet online platform. Yes, you have your people that you follow and stuff like that, but don't make them into a god like they could do no wrong. People loved Bill Clinton, but he messed with Lewinsky. But they still loved him. He still did that. He was still a good president. At the end of the day, he was impeached, but people still love him. Had a high favorable rating. So I don't think that anybody should put someone on a pedestal as a god, like, because no man is perfect. No man is perfect.
True.
I don't think that's a problem.
Yeah, but you see, no, remember, we're in the age of social media whereby, and this particular person, Derek Jackson, is saying, do as I say, but not as I do as I say, but not as I do. You understand where I'm coming from? And it's hypocrisy. To be honest, it's a big hypocrisy. It's like somebody is like a pharmacy or a big pharma in America telling you to take this drug, but they ain't taking it. That is a problem, Junior. It's like people who develop Facebook. A lot of the people who develop Facebook did not given their children Facebook to use. You understand where I'm coming from? So those things now must cross people. Is like somebody lied to me. All this advice that he given people, it come like none of it and even make no sense. And the thing about it is, he's giving really good advice. And the way that he's given the advice is like a perfect man, what to look for in a man. So women actually go into this man for his content and for his information. So they gravitate into it and they believe in what he's saying. So the fact that come out, it just really shocked the world. And because of social media, it's just blown out of proportion. You know, the place kind of boring. So people gravitate to that story. But he's not the first. He's not the first, and he's not the last. You know how much priests and how much pastors preaching in church, but having sex with little boys, having sex with women in the congregation. This been going on for a long time. It just come out in the public eye now, and people just making a whole part of, you know.
Well, listen.
About it.
We can't. Now I'm saying, Jab Moses, we cannot hold this guy. Nobody ordained him. Nobody voted for him. He is just a guy who started a media platform. Who knows if he's a criminal in his past or anything?
Exactly.
No one ordained this guy. We cannot hold him at the regard of a politician that millions of people voted for. Nobody voted for this guy.
I understand where you're coming
Nobody
from,
voted for anything.
Yeah, but Junior, remember, when you create a platform on the internet and
Right.
you're selling a particular thing to women and men, they come to you because they trust you.
Yes, true.
You understand where I'm coming from?
True.
And when people come and they're taking your advice and they trust you, and you're talking about God, you're talking about the anointed God, you're talking about, you know, women and men and marriage, the sacred and anointed thing that God bless for man and woman, and then you going about, and not to say it's one time, you know.
Yeah.
But the hypocrisy, if you see
Exactly.
the quotes, Junior, is the quotes that the man have on the internet. You understand? It's like a man cannot slip up. Based on how he explaining things with God and everything, a man not supposed to slip up like that. You know? And he quotes right now coming back and slap him in the face because
Exactly.
literally everything that he's been saying, it come to light now that he was a scam all along. He's been lying, not just to
false
his wife,
prophet.
but to everybody.
False prophet.
Yeah.
It dies like people like that.
You know?
Yeah.
Moses, the Bible speak about people like that, you know, false prophet. They would come and tell you, well, this is gold and this is not gold, you know.
Yeah. And I completely understand what you guys are saying, and I'm not just being on the other side of seeing this because I just want to be like that. But what I'm saying is that we should never take these social media people, and I'm even putting myself on the line because I'm on social media as well, right? And even you see parents, they're telling their children, don't go on social media and put up thing up yourself and stuff like that. When you go on Instagram, they in the panty and all, the mothers and them, you know, the mothers and them, they in the panty and all kind of thing, and they're telling the children, don't go on social media and post up yourself that way and all of this stuff. So what I'm saying is, no one ordained Derek Jackson. No one made him, no one voted for him. I think that the problem in lies that people put too much trust and faith in this man that they don't even know. They feel he speak a good thing, anybody could talk. We don't know him. You fall for it. You fell for it. And who to be blamed for that? No, and the other side of things, his wife knows what he did and they spoke about it and she decided to stay with him.
Yeah.
And to me, he's living his life, his best life. And all of us worried about, oh, I listened to this guy and I got scammed. Yes, you got scammed. You trust someone you don't even know. You don't know this guy. You follow him on Instagram, he posts pictures. You follow him on Facebook, he posts pictures. You don't know him.
Yeah,
You know nothing about him.
Yeah, but Junior, it's just like a politician. When a politician come on the podium and they tell you, we promise you free tablets, we promise you this, that, you're gonna oil in the country, this and that, and it don't come true in the timeline at which they say it was supposed to come true. There are people who have to hold these politicians accountable.
Absolutely.
So it's the same way. Remember, this man is using a platform and making millions of dollars to take care of him and his family from the videos and the things that he's portraying online.
Because he's selling a product. You know, he's selling advice. You know, he's out there telling people what to do and what not to do. And you know what I mean?
But all of this stuff is for views.
Selling out himself.
Yeah,
but in other words,
all of these things are done for views. Let me explain this. So he did this video.
So then, Judah, if all of this was for views, then he should have never came and did this video. Just keep it.
Yes, he did. Let me tell you, he did this for views too. Let me explain this.
You know, when I saw it, watch me. You know, when I saw the video,
I disagree.
But listen, Moses, when I saw the video as myself, I thought probably, he just do that because, well, you know, I've been giving advice and now my advice catch up with me. So, you know, let me just do that video to, you know, because people would still watch. People would really want to get to the bottom of the story, why you did this and why you did that, you know, because they've been following you through all the good years. You know what I mean? So why wouldn't they want to know the bad time? It's like, basically, that's how, you know.
I'm not saying, hold on, Moses, I know where you're going. Hold on 1 second. Let me just say, I'm not saying that he cheated for views, you know.
No, we're speaking about the video.
Series of how this thing was presented, it's a great story. It gets a lot of views. Because after he did this video, he went ahead and do another video. Each one of them hit over 1 million views. That's money. And we say, we don't like him, but he got more viewers. He got more subscribers.
But hold on.
Well, the controversy really did work there. Right? That is where the controversy come in and work.
I understand where you're coming from, Junior, but this is how I look at it. I don't know if you've been paying attention to American politics and just how things are going on in America right now in regards to social media, but there's something called cancel culture, right?
Yeah.
And this cancel culture has really prevailed since Donald Trump. Remember, what's going on with Derek Day? In my belief, this is my perspective, I could be wrong, but I think those videos that he did is damage control. Right? Remember, this man has a platform, and despite the fact that he failed in his marriage and he's a hypocrite and a scam, there are still people, godly people, who will forgive him and continue to listen to his words, because we and him are sinners and none of us is perfect. So his platform will continue. So you must do damage control. It's just like when something go on in the government, you know, something go on in the Ministry of Health. The first thing you see on the television, Minister Steele, damage control. One time, talking about what go on, and just to smooth it out. That is all what really going on there right now. That is just my opinion.
Basically like to fix it.
Yeah, he's trying to fix. He's trying to fix the mess that he put himself in. Remember, we ain't seeing it like that, but this man has embarrassed his family, his congregation, his wife, his children are gonna grow up.
When you say congregation, what do you mean?
I mean, like the church, the people that he's been preaching to, where he go.
Derek Jackson?
Yeah.
He preaching a church?
The way the man talking about God, he must be in a church.
He don't preach in a church. I don't think so. I don't know he preaching in a church. I know he has a social media guy. I don't know he preaching in a church, but he talking about God.
Remember the woman, his wife is very godly, and they always talk about this, the church that they go to, and they believe in God. I honestly believe they are attached to a congregation. I don't know where or when, I don't have the details, but the woman seems to be a very godly woman and a God-fearing woman.
They're a godly woman, but I don't think that he's attached to a church. I don't know. He speaks a lot about God, but that's probably hype, from my point of view. But what I'm saying is, the cancel culture, right? The only situation I've seen so far that this controversy don't get someone like Derek Jackson more popular is in the situation with Major Hype. Major Hype lost a lot of viewers, a lot of subscribers, right?
But the same thing happened to him, innit?
No. One of his videos, that video that he put out there, have over 2 million views right now and counting.
Yeah, but hold on, Junior. Remember, views on a video don't necessarily mean all came from subscribers. Remember, somebody could post a video, and because they have so much controversy, it gets so much shares all over social media that it creates a buzz. And everybody's tuned in now. But because before this Derek Jackson situation, I never knew about this man.
Me too.
Probably see his videos, but I never knew about him. But because of the whole social media hype now, everybody's running to the video. It don't necessarily mean that he's gaining much, because he probably lose half of his subscribers, the real people who are listening to him. And at the same time, just as he putting out videos, there are other people who are putting out negative content against what he has done and what he has said. So the two videos that he put up cannot really justify anything, and it cannot really clean up the mess that he put himself in.
So let me ask this now, Junior, where you got all the views? YouTube, Facebook, where?
He on throughout various platforms. On the one that I saw specifically on YouTube, he got a lot of views on YouTube.
All right, well, Junior, basically, what could have happened there? Like, you know, you have some people, they never there from start, and when the drama starts, that is when they want to know. So basically, it's more or less, so we just call them Grenada. They're fast people who just want to be a part of the action. So I guess as much that's why he got more views. And as Moses said, probably the people who's watching on is not his die-hard supporters from jump, you know, because he could probably lose all his, you know, supporters. And as you say, with a Major Hype lost a lot of followers.
He lost a lot of followers.
Yeah, so probably they didn't really take Major Hype that serious in that field, because remember, Major Hype is a comedian, you know what I mean? But that guy, now, he was giving relationship advice and you know, telling you what to do and what not to do. So I guess as much, you know, he may be like, you know, bigger than Major in another sense.
He's a very popular guy. I didn't know about him until this particular incident. So
me as well.
He kind of got notoriety, and more people got to know him, although he might lose.
Exactly. Well, basically that was what Jab was saying, that, you know, probably it's not his diehard people that you know is looking at the stuff now. It's people, new people, you know, people that just want to know what's happening in the controversy.
Right, guys. We over that time, we got to wrap it up. Let's summarize this whole thing, put it all in a nutshell, and pull it up. So on the topic of the first topic that we spoke about, Jab Moses, you want to summarize your position again?
What was the topic?
The first topic, I'm pulling it up myself. The first topic,
marriage. Something about the marriage. If you ask a young lady, well, your woman to marry you, and she says no.
Yeah, and she says no. Is that the end of the relationship?
Yeah.
Well, I actually believe that it's based on the mentality of the man and the woman in that situation. It's based on their perspective, how they see things going forward. If in the event that individual deems that situation is extremely embarrassing and he doesn't see himself going forward, then he's going to make that decision to end it there and then. But at the same time, if there's a lack of communication and these people are not on the same wavelength, then it could take just a little bit of talk, just a little bit of communication, and they could get back and get married. It's not the first time that I've heard of situations where men have proposed to women more than once and it didn't happen the first time, but you know, they sort things out. So I honestly believe that it doesn't have to be the end of the relationship. But if in the event that person deems that they're not able to go ahead with it, then they would end it. So it's based on the person's mentality and their perspective towards the situation, but it doesn't mean that that's the end.
Okay, Blazer, you want to summarize, and then we got to bounce out. We have a program coming up.
I firmly agree with Jab Moses. It certainly shouldn't be the end. And also, like, if, as he said, the person think that they don't ever want to get married in their life, and you as an individual, like either individual wants to get married, I think you should leave. You know what I mean? Like, you know, just bounce out, find somebody, you know, even if you love that person so much, find somebody that, you know, who'd want to get married to you, you know, who'd love you and, you know, appreciate you and want to build a family and, you know, go forth. Yeah.
I got you. Jab Moses, Blazer, Sharpen and Razor. Thank you guys so much for joining us.
Man, thanks for having me on.
Good conversation.
Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure.
Guys, we'll keep in touch. All right?
Yeah.
Guys, we have a program coming up.
Big up yourself, Moses.
Yeah, man.
Big up, Blazer.
Yeah.
All right. We got a program coming up in the 8 o'clock hour, and at 8:30 we're going to be bringing a live coverage of the we're going to be back again at 8:30, myself and Joel Greenidge. He'll be back with me. We're talking about the response to the Prime Minister's message. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for being a part of the program today. We'll catch you guys again later at 8:30 p.m. Peace out. Good night.
Are you fed up of your mask or your foggy face shield? Introducing the Fashion Shield from callallpronow.com. Keep your hairdo intact, your makeup flawless, and be fully protected. Get the Fashion Shield now. Call 516-387-4246 or visit callallpronow.com.
Come on, this is your opportunity to tap into the $7.3 trillion industry in this COVID time. Get interactive, hands-on in the Forex and crypto market. Educate yourself in this financial industry. All of this is possible right now with a multi-source income generator. This program will allow you to learn while you earn in this lucrative decentralized industry. Take advantage of this trading academy, personal development, create multi-source income, trading ideas in this global market, get discount travel with your own portal, bonus token backed by bitcoins, and so much more. For more information, contact Christine Alexis at 347-834-2852 or Marisha Dash at 646-529-6570. Don't miss out on this amazing opportunity of a lifetime. Call now.